Hello friends, this video is regarding GST, that means goods and service tax. So through this video you will get to understand the concept of GST, the components of GST, and what all taxes have been replaced by GST and what are the objectives of GST. It's an indirect tax which has replaced many indirect taxes in India such as excise duty, VAT, service tax, etc. It was passed in the Parliament on 29th March 2017. However, it came into effect from 1st of July 2017. It is levied on the supply of goods and services. Goods and services law, tax law in India is a comprehensive, multi-stage and destination-based tax that is levied on every value addition. So through this, it's a multi-staged. What does it mean? It means that it is applied on every step, be it a production, be it a distribution, every step it is applied at. GST is a single domestic indirect tax law for the entire country. GST is a digitalized form of VAT where you can also track the goods and services. Goods and services are divided into 5 different slab rates for collection of tax: 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. So which is different for different products. These are the list of the indirect taxes which has been replaced by GST. So before GST, these taxes were there in place and it was being imposed and collected. Central excise duty, duties of excise, additional duties. Here are the components of GST which I just told you. CGST is a tax collected by central government on the intra-state sale. SGST is a tax collected by state government. IGST is the tax collected by central government for the interstate sales. What are the objectives of GST? To achieve the ideology of one nation, one tax, so as to avoid the confusion of multiple taxes. To subsume a majority of indirect taxes in India. So this is the very good advantage also, that majority of indirect taxes have been combined into this GST. So we don't have to consider the n number of taxes now. To eliminate the cascading effect of taxes, so we have the option of input tax credit in this GST, so which removes the cascading effect of taxes. To curb tax evasion, to increase the taxpayer base, online procedures for ease of doing business, an improved logistic and distribution system to promote competitive pricing and increase consumption. Dual GST. Under dual GST, the GST is levied by both central government and the state government. We also call central government a federal government. India has adopted a dual GST model, intrastate supplies and interstate supplies. In intrastate supply, the tax is imposed by both central and state governments simultaneously on the supply of goods or services, which takes place within the state or union territory. In interstate supplies, the central government has exclusive power to levy and collect the GST, which is then in the form of integrated GST, which is then shared between center and the state. GST Council. GST Council is a governing body of GST having 33 members, out of which 2 members are from center and 31 members are from the states and the union territories. So it contains the following members: Union Finance Minister as a chairperson, Union Minister of States in charge of Revenue or Finance as member, the Ministers of State in charge of Finance or Taxation or other ministers as nominated by each state government as member. So basically, this GST Council is a joint forum of a center and the state. This council can make the recommendations to the central government and the state government on the following things, like it can make the recommendation on the tax rates, classification of supply, exemptions. It can also recommend the exemptions. It can also make the recommendation on the threshold limits of registration. It can also make recommendation in dispute resolution. And last, GST legislation including rules or notifications, etc. also. Goods and Service Tax Network. So GSTN is the network, or it's a software which has been developed by Infosys Technologies. The information technology network, it provides the computing resources which is maintained by NIC, National Informatics Center. This is a non-profit organization formed for creating a network which is accessible to all, be it a stakeholder, government, taxpayer. It is a single source or a portal through which everything can be done. Like we have illustrated over here few of the functions, which is filing of registration application, filing of return, and matching of input tax credit is also available there. Intimate to the registered person in case of mismatch of input tax credit. So if there is a mismatch of input tax credit, if you are taking a input tax credit and the person who has supplied you the goods has not entered the entry for the goods sold, then there will be a mismatch of an input tax credit. Then this will be intimated through this GSTN. So you can or a person can coordinate with the other person so that all the entries in the GSTN can be made from both the sides. So next is creation of challan for the tax payment, settlement of GST payment like a clearinghouse, generation of e-way bill. So it is also helpful in a generation of e-way. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you like the video.